Greetings, everyone. Okay, this is connected. Sorry. Um, just checking. Last time my headphones were not connected properly, so everything is closed. Here I am. Greetings. This is Sarah Bizak, as you know by now. Just a minute, just checking if it's connected. I'm going to pause this live stream. Okay, I'm back. Sorry for this. Just making sure everything is okay. All right. So I have a correction to make. I finally found something in Surah Saad, the ayat which says ahbab. Ahbab here means doesn't mean love, but it most probably means preference to the love of good things. So in this ayat, Surah 38, ayat 22, and he said, "Indeed, I gave preference to the love of good things over the remembrance of my Lord until it, i.e., the sun, disappeared into the curtain of darkness." Meaning, so this is a better translation, Sahih International, rather than Tafim al-Quran, Abul Ala Maududi. He said, "Lo, I have come to love this wealth on account of the remembrance of my Lord, and when the horses disappeared." Anyways, so for the word ahbab, which then comes in Surah 28, ayat 56, I found the same word which it comes in Surah 28, ayat 56, and Surah 38, ayat 32. So it's not hub, it's ahbab, meaning preferring something or liking something. Most probably the word preferring, right? So Surah 28, ayat 56, O Prophet, you cannot grant guidance to whom you prefer. Ahbab. So this is how I see it, okay? And it is Allah who guides those whom He wills. He knows best who are amenable to guidance. So I was saying all those things that Prophet Muhammad, loves the misguided. Then we're told in one of the previous live streams, one of my live streams. Now, I think the previous one. And then I wanted to also show you some other things, that there were two messengers, Hazrat Lut and Hazrat Ibrahim also felt sorry for the people, and they complained to God, or remonstrating or asking God to stop the punishment, like Abraham and Lut was distressed on their account. So there were some messengers who were quite better than Allah in punishing the wrongdoers. Hazrat Lut's people and so on Hazrat Lut's people's account, Abraham also remonstrated to God, like wanting him to stop the punishment or avert the punishment. So there were some good prophets doing this, but I feel that all this is just very superficial, right? This is my opinion. Now, here, even though giving preference to those, anyhow, but in the Shia thing I found, I checked the Shia commentaries. So even though giving preference, if you give preference to those whom you cannot grant guidance to whom you prefer, perhaps. It is Allah who guides those. Even that, it's not, whom you prefer, like who are even misguided. But Allah says in that ayat that Allah does not love, Allah only loves the muhsineen. He doesn't love the wrongdoers, right? He only loves the muhsineen, the good doers. So how can Prophet Muhammad, maybe this is just a kind of a guidance, like consoling him, like the Shia, Sunni tafsirs say, and even the Shias perhaps consoling him. So, previous live stream, I correct myself, right? And then from my previous live stream, I correct myself. And then again, we have the Shia commentary here. Surely on this ayat, 28, Surah 56 ayat. Surely you cannot guide whom you love, but Allah guides whom He pleases. And He knows best the followers of the right way. Okay, it again says here whom you love, so you can't blame me, right? Because that's what most of the translators in English put, you love, or like that. So, but even the commentary says here, let me see if I'm, Abu Talib, it doesn't, not in this, for this. Aka Medipuya says, there is no difference between the liking and the disliking. Remember, I said this in my previous live stream on this ayat of Allah. It shouldn't be. And the Holy Prophet, right? So there is no difference between the liking and disliking of Allah and the Holy Prophet. Because the Holy Prophet never did or said anything on his own accord, independent of the divine will. Surah Najm, ayat 2 to 10, and Jum'ah, ayat 2. Okay? So this can't be referring to the Prophet, as I took it. It should be, you can't guide? So I didn't understand what Akam is saying here. Anyhow, so I went to the Shia Enlightening Commentary on the Quran, al-islam.org, or like that, org, yeah. Enlightening Commentary, Light Holy Quran, Volume 13, Section 6, Guidance. Allah's guidance had been continuous. So under Surah Qasas ayat 56 is this commentary. Now it's it's not from multilingual Quran what Aka Medipuya says, but here like it's so much confusion. Like then, what is Aka Medipuya saying? There's no difference between the liking and disliking of Allah and the Holy Prophet. You see? But the ayat is saying that surely you cannot guide whom you love. So is this another person? It can't be a Sahaba here. Anyhow, so what is Akametipuya really saying? And then, okay, so I went to another Shia website, right? Finding a commentary on this, it's later on a person has worked on this and given us the enlightening commentary, in light of the Holy Quran. And so what I found there was, keeping these things in mind, the above verse uncovers the curtain from over this fact that the Prophet could not guide whomever he liked, but Allah guides whomever He pleases. So it says likes, not prefers. So the Holy Prophet, so you see it's against what Aka Medipuya says here. There's no difference between the liking and disliking of Allah and the Holy Prophet, because the Holy Prophet never did or said anything on his own accord, independent of the divine will. He did. In Surah Ahzab, he takes an adopted son by the custom of the polytheists, Surah Tahrim, And even the Shia commentaries are contradicting each other. The later one and the earlier one is Aka Medipuya. In multilingual Quran, thank you. Both of these Shia websites, thank you. Okay, you see? Now, what do the Shias do now? Surah 75, ayat 19 says, again on us devolves the explaining of it, meaning the Quran verses. Okay, so it rests on us, the exposition or explaining of it, meaning the Quran. So Puya Ali commentary on this Surah 75 ayat 16 refer to the commentary of Taha, the genius of the Quran, the genuineness of the Holy Quran, and commentary of Baqarah. I need to change my glasses. Sorry, excuse me. So bear with me patiently. This one is the other one. Okay. I apologize for this. Okay, the collection and recital of the explanation of the Quran is the divine responsibility, right? To either Prophet Muhammad himself, according to the Sunni sources, non-Shia sources. It was not left to the imperfect wisdom of man. See commentary of Father, verse 32, to know that to fulfill the promise of making clear the meaning of the Quran, Allah has appointed Imams in the progeny of the Holy Prophet. I didn't check that. Also see Hadith al-Thaqalain, this is a Hadith, commentary of Surah Baqarah 2 and Ayat 124. Surah Yasin, Ayat 12, Imam Surah Yasin, Ayat 12, and Al Imran, verse 7, Ayat 7. I didn't check all this. It rests on the Imam after the Holy Prophet. So, from the progeny of the Holy Prophet. So, we have to rely upon the Imams to explain the Quran ayats, but many things in this but. Some things I've written. At the time of Prophet Muhammad, people had to rely on Prophet Muhammad explaining the Quran ayats. Let's go back to the time of Prophet Muhammad. We see back to Surah 33. We have to go back to Surah 33, ayat 37, which I had a problem in. Telling him to keep his wife Zaid, and divorce happens. Fear Allah also. And Surah Tahrim, ayat 1, which will be coming later also, against some ayats. He's prohibiting himself with, oh Prophet, Allah saying, don't prohibit. No, why are you prohibiting what Allah has made lawful for you? Contradictions in Quran ayats, Surah Hashr, the killing, the banishment, taking their city away, Surah Tawbah, killing, and banishing in Surah Hashr, and breaking homes, forced conversions. You see, although there's ayat, there's no compulsion in religion. So now we come to, so let me give it to you, Shias now. Imam Ali after Prophet Muhammad would be the one you would trust in to be the believer, the best believer, the greatest believer after Prophet Muhammad, and who is with the Quran. Ali is with the Quran and Quran is with Ali, and the best expounder. Allama Iqbal says in Farsi, but I can't remember his saying so much. Bidar. Yani the dot under the ba is Ali, the father of Hussein, and the son is Zib Azim. So the expounder, the explainer of this Quran is Ali. Now, so there's a hadith from a Sahih Muslim, right, that Imam Ali named Abu Turab by Prophet Muhammad. So if I cannot make you, how can you even trust? Okay, so you through these ayats I showed you can't trust Prophet Muhammad. There's a disbeliever, he's a transgressor. He goes into all this, my previous live streams, earlier ones. on this Prophet Muhammad and the Quranites. Imam Ali named, now I'm on Imam Ali, targeting Imam Ali, named Abu Turab by Prophet Muhammad. There's a Sunni hadith, Sahih Muslim recorded. In Sahih Muslim 2409, where there's a rift, conflict between Ali and Fatima, the daughter of the Prophet. And he goes to Ali, and Ali, then he's asking his daughter, where's your uncle's son, Prophet Muhammad? And then he goes to the, goes looking for Ali, finds him in a mosque or something, and his mantle is slipped, and there's dust on him. And he says, get up, Abu Durab. So the Shias don't take this full hadith. They just say that Prophet Muhammad named Imam Ali Abu Turab, and that was good when the enemy were taunting him. Taunting him because he was, he had taken everything away from them. You can read this hadith and the Shia account too. So that and the the ayat which has come on this. Where's the ayat? Why didn't I put it in? So maybe I was tired of making notes. I'm sorry about this. So the disbelievers would wish that they were dust when they see the punishment of Allah. Right, ayat. So, okay. So I hope I don't forget. I come back to my notes. So the ayat is, yeah, so this is the hadith, but this is against Ali, Sunni hadith 2409, the virtues of Ali ibn Abu Talib. Now, Sahel bin Sa'ad reported that a person from the offspring of Marwan was appointed as the governor of Medina. He called Sahel bin Sa'ad and ordered him to abuse Ali. Sahel refused to do that. He, the governor, said to him, if you do not agree to it, at least say, may Allah curse Abu Turab. Sahel said, there was no name dearer to Ali than Abu Turab, for it was given to him by the Prophet himself, and he felt delighted when he was called by this name. He, the governor, said to him, narrate to us the story of his being named as Abu Turab. He said, Allah's messenger came to the house of Fatima, and he did not find Ali in the house. Whereupon he said, where is your uncle's son? She, Fatima, meaning, said, there cropped up something between me and him which had annoyed him with me. Now Shias don't take this part. He went out and did not rest here. Allah's messenger asked a person to find out where he was. He came and said, Allah's messenger is sleeping in the mosque. Allah's messenger came to him and found him lying in the mosque and saw that his mantle had slipped from his back and his back was covered with dust. And Allah's messenger began to wipe it away from him, from the body of Hazrat Ali, saying, get up, covered with dust, It's not Abu Turab, not the father of Turab, but covered with dust. Get up, covered with dust. So he and his daughter, messenger's daughter, his wife then, had a rift, a conflict or something, So he left. This is what's written. So partially the Shias must be taking it. But let me tell you, Shias, why you shouldn't take it partially. Imam Ali becomes a disbeliever. According to or you've got to see this, where this hadith comes from. Sahal bin Sa'd reported. Okay, so now Abu Turab in Wikipedia. So, or father of dust is title attributed to Ali ibn Abu Talib, Wikipedia, okay? The fourth Muslim caliph, who is seen by Shia Muslims as the first of their imams. According to authentic narrations, the title Abu Turab, Kunya Arabic, was given to Ali ibn Abu Talib by Prophet Muhammad when he found Ali sleeping while covered with dust. The narration is present in Sahih Muslim, Volume 1, and that's not authentic. It can't be. It has to be like partially. So now, authentic. So then Ali and Fatima had a rift. That's why Ali left. But this can't be authentic, right? Get up, Abu Turab, father of dust. The title. Okay, maybe in English it's a bit different translation, from Sahih Muslim, the Sunni Islamic source. Volume 1. But the Shia say it is authentic. I wonder if they mean this is authentic or the others which, from their own, from like Shia sources. And then there's a Quran ayat, you see. Quran ayat says, Surah 78, ayat 40. Indeed, we have warned you of an imminent punishment, the day every person will see the consequences of what their hands have done, and the believers will cry, I wish I were dust. In the hereafter, Allah will judge between all His creation, including animals, which will eventually become dust. Allah will judge between all His creation. Why including animals? Oh my God, which will eventually become dust. Animals. The wicked will wish that they too were turned into dust, so they do not have to go to the fire, as reported in an authentic narration collected by Al-Hakim or Al-Hakim. I wish I were dust. So this is disbelievers will cry, I wish I were dust. So Prophet Muhammad said, whoever hurts Fatima hurts me. It's in the Sunni, some Islamic sources. Whoever hurts Fatima hurts me, thus hurts Allah. Okay, it's buffering. But please bear with me. So Amirul Mu'mineen title. Doesn't open. What shall I do? Okay, so do you see that Amirul Mu'mineen becomes, what does he become? Shias. He's a disbeliever. According to that surah. And why father of dust? Because he's had a conflict with the Prophet Muhammad's daughter. Right? So how can he become the father of dust? How Amirul Mu'mineen earned the title of Abu Turab. Now the Shias will give you a little bit of reference. Explanation like this. They'll cut off that Sunni reference, right? The enemies of Amirul Mu'mineen used to mock him by referring him as Abu, father of Turab. Perhaps calling Imam as dust Turab was their idea of getting back at him for possessing all possible virtues and depriving them of any status near Allah and the Prophet. Little did they know that even the title of Abu Turab was the source of excellence and nobility for Amirul Mu'mineen. And the Shias, as this report indicates, Abaya ibn Rabbi narrates, I asked Ibn Abbas as to why the Holy Prophet addressed Ali ibn Abu Talib as Abu Turab. He replied, because he is the master of the earth, and Allah's proof upon its inhabitants after him. Through Ali is its survival, and due to him is its stability, the earth's stability, the master of the earth. He's the master of the earth. Just this, not the Sunni sources. Shias don't take that Sunni source. Mani al-Akhbar, Hilal al-Sharai, Bishar al-Mustafa, and all this. Tafsir al-Safi, al-Burhan, I think these are all clearly mocking away without knowing the facts. Can backfire as the enemies of Amir al-Mu'mineen realized the hard way. I think these are the Shia sources. But they don't have that he had a conflict with his daughter, with his wife, Prophet Muhammad's daughter, and went out and all that. Indeed, I heard the Holy Prophet say on the Day of Judgment, when the disbeliever count the rewards and see the station and nobility given by Allah to the Shias of Ali, he will lament, if only I was dust. So this is your Imam Ali telling you from the Shias of Ali, and this is the meaning of word of Allah. And the unbeliever shall say, oh, would that I were dust. Surah Naba, ayat 40 that I showed you earlier on. Surah Naba, ayat 40. Okay? Would that I were dust. The unbeliever shall say, if only I was dust. So Imam Ali just doesn't sit properly with me, with my kind of logic, I think. Right? Father of dust. That's why only Ali could break idols, like Abraham. Ali was the father of dust, soil or dust. What else is there? Excuse me. You're in conflict and, you believe, fight those unbelievers. Where have I gone? No, this, I don't know why this. Oh, maybe Surah Tawbah. Okay. Now back to the. Okay, so Ali is the disbeliever, like the Prophet. I had proven through Quran ayats for the Muslims, of course. Right, and problems with Shia commentaries of the Quran. So we have a problem, Shias. Okay? So this can't be referring to the Prophet. Or is like, I explained this. Now we go ahead after Surah Naba. Surah 75 ayat 19 says, again on us devolves explaining. I explained this. Imams for the Shias after Prophet Muhammad, the Holy Prophet, Allah has appointed them to explain the ayats clearly to us. And so we have to rely upon the Imams to explain the Quran ayats. But at the time of Prophet Muhammad, I did this, forced conversions. Imam Ali named Abu Turab, I did this. Then Allah pardon you. Oh my God. Now look at what ayat I found. Now looking at the Shia commentary too, again, problem. Surah Tawbah at 43, Allah pardon you. Why did you give them leave until those who spoke the truth and had become manifest to you? and you had known the liars. So it's referring to, of course, even through the Shia commentary, to Prophet Muhammad, but this is what Aka Mehdi Puya has to say. Like verse 2 of Surah Fat, the companions are addressed here through the Holy Prophet. The manner, mode, and trend of expression is the same as in verse 1 of Tahrim. But that's Oprah. Okay. So who is verse 1 of the Prophet was the one addressed, right? Verse 68 of Anfal, I didn't check. The Holy Prophet had the option of giving permission. He definitely did. In Surah Nur, ayat 62. And there was no prohibitory order prior to this, his action. So now God changes it. No prohibitory order prior to his action. He did not want to expose the hypocrites on his own, unless Allah condemns them, as he does here and in other places. So it comes to the fact that yes, Allah is telling the Prophet, Allah has pardoned you about those companions whom, or what, you you gave leave to, and before finding out the truth, whether they are hypocrites or they are truthful or they are liars. Allah forgive you. Allah pardon the Prophet. So he's going, so then the ayat comes that now ask permission from the Prophet. O Prophet, may Allah forgive you. Why did you give them leave to stay behind before it became clear to you as to who you were truthful? As to who were truthful? As to who were truthful and who were liars? So here is the Sunni side of it. Sunni commentary from IslamicStudies.info. Allah did not approve of the exemption which the Prophet had granted to the hypocrites, who had put forward lame excuses. Though he knew it well that they were inventing false excuses, he gave them leave to stay behind because of his inherent kindness. Now the inherent kindness is coming. But Allah warned him that such a leniency was not well placed, as he gave them an opportunity of hiding their hypocrisy. Had they remained behind without getting an exemption, the false profession of their faith would have been exposed. So the Sunnis say that he makes mistakes and all this Surah Abasa. It's not a, and then Allah keeps correcting him. What kind of prophet is this? But I think on that, I am with the Sunni. He makes mistakes and all this, and Allah is correcting him, and So Shias, please have a look at this. Ayat against Surah Tahrim 1 and Surah Maida 87. Right? Surah Tahrim is, O Prophet, why do you prohibit yourself what Allah has made lawful to you, seeking to please your wives? And Surah Maida 87 says, O believers, do not make unlawful what Allah has made, the good things which Allah has made lawful for you, and do not transgress. So there's a command to the believers to not make unlawful the good things which Allah has made lawful for them. Prophet Muhammad goes doing this in Surah Tahrim. Whether it comes first or last, or he should know. This is such a confusion. Whether Surah Tahrim came first and then the command to the believers came later in Surah Maida 87. We don't know. Anyways, it's a real mishmash and all. Surah 24, ayat 63. At least if see what a mishmash it is, confusion. Do not make your calling of the messenger among yourselves as the call of one of you to another. Already Allah knows those of you who slip away concealed by others. So let those beware who dissent from his, i.e. the Prophet's order, lest fitna strike them, or a painful punishment. So you're not supposed to dissent from the Prophet's orders, where in Surah Tahrim, a Prophet doesn't even wait for Allah's revelation to come, and so how to deal with his wives. He goes pleasing his wives instead of pleasing Allah. He becomes a disbeliever. At least see this, he becomes a fasiq also, rebellious person, meaning also his way or his sunnah. So these believers are not even supposed to be in dissent with the Prophet's order, right? And yet the Prophet on whom the wahi is coming, the revelations are coming, doesn't wait for God's revelation. So Shias, he doesn't wait. Where are you in Surah Tahrim defending him? Surah 5 ayat 49 says, and judge between them, O Prophet, by what Allah has revealed. So Surah Tahrim ayat 1. Judge between them, O Prophet, by what Allah has revealed. So he should have waited for Allah's revelation against his wives, and not prohibited himself what Allah has made lawful for him, and do not follow their desires. So don't go pleasing them, following their desire, and beware so they do not lure you away from some of what Allah has revealed to you. And beware. So the wives have lured him, you see? If they turn away from Allah's judgment, Allah's command, then know that it is Allah's will to repay them for some of their sins, and that many people are indeed rebellious if they turn away. Fasiqeen or fasiq. As Surah 32 ayat 20 says, as to those who are rebellious and wicked, their abode will be the fire. Every time they wish to get away therefrom, they will be forced into, and it will be said to them, taste here the punishment of the fire, that which you were wont to reject as false. Surah 32 ayat 21, and indeed we will make them taste the penalty of this life prior to the supreme penalty, in order that they may repent and return. So in this life we will make them so they return. See if they return. So Shia, Sunni commentaries, I mean, I didn't have to check on these ayats. It just shows that the Prophet, okay, he may be forgiven in Surah Tahrim, but you can't say that, give all defense for the Prophet against the wives. He goes pleasing. When, those who, do you think that you would say you believe and that you will not be tested? Allah will test you. But if you go against the command of Allah, what happens to you? You become rebellious. You go against the command of Prophet Muhammad, you are a rebellious people. You are sinful. Yet Allah will punish them in this life also to try and get them to repent and return. So put that for Prophet Muhammad, right? For Surah Tahrim ayat 1 and 2. That he even took an oath in Surah. Don't say that, oh, he's all, perfect, this, that. Doesn't sin, and here making excuses for him. Allah has forgiven you. Surah Tawbah at 43. And the Shias just make a great, the way they take the side, the way they are told to take the side by the Holy Prophet and the Imams, it's totally unjustifiable. It's unreasonable and illogical. How do you say it? The Holy Prophet had the option of giving permission. You see how they've deviated. How then the Sunnis have also deviated by defending the Prophet, or saying, okay, he makes excuses, he makes mistakes, and he's, he's not infallible in the sense that a true prophet should be, right? Shouldn't a true prophet be infallible, without mistakes? But here is a prophet, Sunnis, in Surah Tawbah at 43. Yet, Allah did not approve of the exemption which the Prophet had granted to the hypocrites. He put forward lame excuses, and there's so many then Surah Nur ayat, which ayat? You're supposed to 64 or what? Comment he has given you. Surah Nur ayat. 62. The Holy Prophet had the option of giving permission. He, on this commentary, Aka Medipuya. Aka Medipuya has gone all out for the Imams, I don't know why, and the Prophet, and I don't know what has happened in history for him to do this. It's not logical. Giving him permission, then he says, Allah pardon you, meaning pardon Prophet Muhammad. Allah is pardoning. Why did you give them leave? Hello, Mr. Gabel, how are you? A very good evening to you. Welcome. So this is such a horrible thing. Very, very, just leave this. Leave it. Please, Shias and Sunnis both. So let's go to Rumi. Let us discuss. Oh, sure. What would you like to discuss on today? On the topic, the Shia commentary. Waiting for what would you like to discuss on this topic? Which ayat, which commentary? Giving Mr. Gabel or Gable time to comment here in the live chat and tell me. He's asking, let us discuss. What would you like to discuss on this? When Allah says it rests on Him to explain the Quran, again on us devolves the explaining of it in Surah 75 ayat 19. He should have explained all this properly in the Quran ayats. Why do we need tafsirs and imams and all this, right? And it's a mishmash. Please, I got I'm really about a word here, even the translation of the Quran ayahs are not put properly. Preferring, liking, Prophet Muhammad likes someone, and Allah likes the muhsineen, loves the muhsineen. You cannot guide whom you prefer, it should say. So you have to be exact. Only if you are an Arab speaking Arabic is your mother tongue, then only maybe you can understand. Or even then they've made mistakes and all, translators. Who translated? Who was the first to translate this Quran? Ayats, and where is he? Is he reliable? So what would you like to discuss now, Mr. Gable? Please tell me. Are you here again to refute these things? These contradictions, problems in the Quran. So do you know what you are? You are a manuscript of a divine letter. You are a mirror reflecting a noble face. This universe is not outside of you. Look inside yourself. Everything that you want, you are already that. Rumi, hush, don't say anything to God. I think I got this from Goodreads. Thank you, Goodreads website. Please, Mr. Gable, be kind to yourself. Stop all this studying this book. Oh, no, you can study it and waste time like I'm wasting time, but I feel my time is not wasted because I'm helping the Muslims leave this. So many problems in the Quran. Bob, I had to get it from another ayat. If I hadn't stumbled on this, Surah 38, ayat 32, Solomon says, indeed, I gave preference to the love of goods. It's not exact. Please see this. There's so many problems in this Quran. Translations, if you're not an Arab, even if you are an Arab, you have problems with the Quran ayats that you don't want to admit. So many problems. How can you trust in this? This is about your life, Mr. Gable. You want to waste your life on this? You are a perspicuous book. Know thyself, the ancient Greek philosopher said. Who said, know thyself first. Forget all this, Mr. Gable, now. Know thyself. I've given you time. On what would you like now to tell me, to discuss? Johnny is here. Good evening. Hello. Good evening, Mr. Johnny or Miss. Anyways, Johnny. Are you male or female? Thank you for being here. This is the first time I've seen you. Mr. Gabel, how would you like to discuss? Put your hand on your chest and say, God has explained everything, expounded everything clearly in the Quran. We don't need any hadiths, nothing. We can understand the Quran. Know thyself, philosophical maxim, which was inscribed upon the temple of Apollo in the ancient Greek precinct of Delphi, the most well-known of the Delphic maxims, okay? So this is like, know thyself. The Greeks have given us this. This is very good. Socrates, such as Socrates. Know thyself. No copyright infringement intended. Mr. Gabel, why do you want to waste your time on this? So many errors, scientific errors, which I don't want to go into. I'm male. Okay, Mr. Johnny, brother. A very good evening to you. Mr. Gabel, how many, so saying that whom he prefers, the Prophet, let's come back here to, he cannot guide. How can he go against Allah's, what he likes? The Shia say he can't. Because Surah Najm says he doesn't speak out of his own desire. That means he shouldn't have his desire, right? He shouldn't have any desire. Find a better thing, Mr. Gabel, to discuss on. What is life? What is existence? Is there God? Than this. Now, isn't it enough for you, brother Gabel or Gable? So, The Sunnis will say something, the Shias will say something else. Oh, he makes mistakes, God corrects him. But if he's when the believers make mistakes, so you keep going making mistakes, and your prophet Jesus Christ, let's compare him. Did Jesus Christ ever make a mistake? Or may God forgive you? Sunnis, for this, may God forgive you. If not this, Surah 28, Ayat 56, then let's come for the Sunnis here. Surah Tawbah, Ayat 43. Allah pardon you. Huh? What kind of a prophet is this? That Allah is saying, Allah, may Allah may Allah saying, may Allah forgive you. What kind of in this the sentence, does it is this ayat coming from Allah or someone else? Someone else is telling the Prophet, may Allah forgive you. This is not a good book. So Sunnis, for you, I'll come to Surah Tawbah at 43. Allah did not approve of the exemption which the Prophet had granted. Allah didn't approve of it. Go to Surah Tahrim and see. But the defense though he knew it well, they were inventing false excuses. He gave them leave to stay behind. Tell me about this. If you, Mr. Gabel or Gable, if you are Sunni, if you are Shia, I'll take you up to another ayat. I've got both of you, correcting both of you. You have been brainwashed. So I tell you, on your own, contemplate on these things I've shown you and found. Now, with an open mind, empty yourselves. No bias. First and foremost, I've shown you contradictions. Here, it's a bit difficult for me to explain or articulate, but I come here to do this, struggling. Now, what else do you need? Look for yourselves. And then, if you want to still discuss, then discuss. We'll have a day for that. Would you like for me to come back and, have you as a guest here to talk? Mr. Gabel, where are you? Sir. Ali proves to be a disbeliever. Prophet Muhammad has called him father of the soul. Without him, the earth would not be if Imam Ali wasn't on this earth. But when you look at this ayat, disbelievers, I just don't know how else to. I'm not good at articulating. That's my problem. I have some impediments. But for me, I think if you look at Imam Ali named Abu Turab by Prophet Muhammad goes into a disbeliever, transgressor, fasiq. Surah Tahrim ayah, the other, Allah pardon you. So Allah is pardoning him. So many contradictions. Please, why are you wasting your time in this? Know thyself. Is there existence? Yes. We exist, right? How do we exist? Go to like someone like, this Kant, Kant. I got this from YouTube. When I was doing philosophy in St. Joseph's College, Karachi, I couldn't understand Kant. So my teacher said, just write what you can't understand about him. It's okay. Critical appreciation. The boundaries of knowledge. YouTube channel Mindful Philosophy. For there to be knowledge, there has to be perception. For Kant, perception is the foundation of knowledge. Go to this channel and see this, very interesting. Unknowable things, metaphysical, God, soul, and world. Structural limits of knowledge. Kant calls a priori. So I made my own notes from that YouTube Mindful Philosophy, trying to figure out, really get this. But I got halfway and I wasn't feeling well. But for the Quran thing, so this is from the YouTube Mindful Philosophy. No copyrights infringement intended. Do something like this. Knowledge. You see how he brings the perception. What are these? And this channel was absolutely so clear, so good in explaining to me about what I studied in St. Joseph's College and couldn't get. What are these limits? Structural limits of knowledge. Kant calls a priori limits of knowledge. What are these limits? Sometimes I'm just writing word by word what the Mindful Philosophy channel has been saying. What are these limits? Number one, we can't know things we can perceive. Where reason, amazing Kant. Kant states all knowledge begins with experience. And an amazing explainer. There is no doubt about it. All knowledge begins with experience. There's no doubt about it. Very important statement. If we are not experiencing knowledge, then we are in our thoughts. Distinction between knowing it and thinking it. Something can be thought about but not known. Do this and then go to the Quran and read where it says God will put abomination on you if you do not use your reason. Reason cannot go that far. Kant has proved it. Immanuel Kant. Thinking it, some things can be thought but not known. Word by word from Mindful Philosophy, okay? No copyrights infringement intended. Example, life after death. Immortality of the soul is an object of thought, not an object of knowledge. It's a thought. Sometimes thought is not an object of knowledge. Like, there's life after death. You may be told, right? So now you know, but you don't really know. Crux of the matter, he says. Descartes relied solely on reason and thought for knowledge. David Hume, perception is necessary for knowledge. Perception is necessary for knowledge. Kant, influenced by David Hume, gets awakening and rejects Descartes. Then we come to the phenomenal reality. And I have to do more on this study. So this is like the boundaries of knowledge, Kant. Let me show you. No copyrights infringement. I'll just show you the video. Kant. I call him Kant, sorry. Boundaries of knowledge. This is the one. Mindful Philosophy. This is the video. So I reached here. See where the red line is? I mean, I heard the whole thing, and then I want to, it was so interesting, I want to really get it in. So writing it down, like making notes. My God, how Kant proves that perception, it's our perception. What we see is what we perceive to see. And then what could be pure perception? So it's so wonderful that we can go to, the pure awareness. So please, Mr. Gable, don't waste your time on this which doesn't lead you to yourself, to your true existence. Get lost in these laws and all this. What is the use? When Prophet himself was making mistakes and breaking rules, not following the command of Allah, Surah Tahrim ayat, given to the believers in Surah Maida ayat 87. Mr. Gabil, do you still want to discuss on this? Shall I come back? Would you like to join me? Huh? Please let me know, where are you? So here is Mr. Gabil. Where are you? Let us discuss, and he's gone, disappeared. Please don't feel shy. I'm sorry, please don't feel shy, Mr. Gabil. Your English is good. Please come up, discuss, however you can. Another one I saw today, it's so. Another video, Richard Dawkins, sorry, no copyrights infringement intended. Oh, this one, why are we here exploring the poetry of reality? Let me just see the poetry of, okay, I can't see my comments right now, just going to the channel's name here. It's silent, right? The poetry of reality with Richard Dawkins. So I told, when I made a comment there, see here, when I heard, listen to all this, watch this. Why are we here exploring? The mystery of existence. The mystery of existence. So I made a comment there saying that, I am, it's wonderful to see this. And I got stuck on the wishful thinking that Richard Dawkins stated. God is our wishful thinking, right? So let's see if thinking, wishful comes with thinking, right? So what is thought? Can we go, and mind, can we go beyond the mind? And then there would be where there's no wishful thinking. Is there a place we can go which is beyond the mind? Beyond this reality's perception, beyond our limited perception, which is pure awareness. Muji Baba, I also came across it, right? So this Because this is what I used to also get. Sometimes think, we just want comfort, consolation. There's something beyond us, and oh yes, and there's life after death, and God is there, and His help is going to come. And isn't this a wishful thinking, which in philosophy, in our book, it's like in our BA philosophy book, we had just like active child. But I think wishful thinking is better to define it that way. An active child. So a child who needs his mother, definitely, to take care of him. And so we need a higher power, God. Is it our wishful thinking? Is God our wishful thinking? Belief in God, our wishful thinking. Sorry, no copyrights infringement intended, but thank you so much, Mindful Philosophy. This was perfectly explained. Step by step. Exquisite. Perfect. Can't. Now I understand. Oh my God. So, but this is not the whole video, huh? I just stopped at phenomenal reality. So like Muji Baba takes us, showing us within. Pure awareness. Empty. Who can tell you who you are? You see where thought is limiting on reason, the thought for knowledge. Perception is necessary for knowledge. Although our perceptions are like limited and not perfect, yet our Kant and how the mindful philosophy takes us in this is amazing. Showing Kant. So what happens? I have to write it down. Oh, so terrible. Memory is bad also. Mr. Gabel, please come up. Don't feel shy. What would you like to discuss? Okay, go ahead. Please come. Tell me. Please tell me if you've changed your mind. Anyone who doesn't get what I'm showing them, that this is a waste of time, not this, but this. This is a waste of time. Oh, there's a contradiction between Prophet Muhammad loving misguided people and Allah loving the good doers, or preferring the misguided people. Surah 5 ayat 13 says, surely Allah loves those who do good deeds. Oh, Prophet, you cannot grant guidance to whom you please. Yeah, I think, or prefer is a better word. You see, I found out, and so many problems in the Quran, like translators, your loved ones or beloveds, okay. I correct this, right? This is my old untitled notes. Already Allah has warned Noah about his disbelieving son. How can Prophet Muhammad prefer the misguided? But then we find out that it should have been, Allah. But Lut felt no distress for his wife being punished. But he felt distress. However, Lut felt distress for his people. His old hag, or what Allah calls her. Accepting your wife for and in another ayat, but this is like Surah Hud, I think, Surah 11, ayat 81. Accepting your wife, accepting your wife, for what will befall them shall also befall her. And Lut feels very much distressed when our messengers, Surah Hud ayat 77 says, and when our messengers came to Lut, he was anxious for them. Lot. He was anxious for them, feeling powerless to protect them, and said, "This is a truly terrible day." How superficial. And then Abraham also. Abraham followed. Your meat has come to you from your Lord. Warn you that you might be mindful and that you may receive mercy. Why did I put this out? Doom of the wife of Lut is the third incident related in the surah to serve as a lesson that no relationship can deliver a people from the horrible consequences of their sin. Footnote to Quran.com. Abraham felt distressed. Surah 11, ayat 74. Thus, when fear had left Abraham and the good news had been conveyed to him, he began to dispute with us concerning the people of Lut. Now, Abraham was so tender-hearted. Footnote 1. Abul Ala Maududi, and translation of Abul Ala Maududi also, of this ayat. He began to argue with us, yani God. Is the expression of affection and endearment which manifests the nature of close relationship of Prophet Abraham with his Lord. This helps depict the picture of the argument that the servant had with his Lord for pleading the case of the people of Lot. Now he's like the servant of the Lord pleading the case of the people of Lot. And in Surah Mumtahana, hatred has come starts from Abraham and his people, hatred and all against the polytheists. But he prays for his father or uncle Azar, depending on whether you are a Shia, a Sunni or a Shia. God gives him that right. No other person now can pray for the polytheists. This help depicts, okay, so people of Lut, he pleaded persistently, Lord, avert the coming scourge from the people of Lot. The Lord replied, these people have become so degraded that no good was left in them, and the crimes have become so heinous that they deserve no leniency at all. But the servants still persisted. Lord, give them more respite, even if a little good yet remains in them. Maybe it should bear some fruit. Oh my goodness. This dispute has been recorded in the Bible rather in detail, but the concise mention in the Quran is more meaningful. Ooh. Oh God, please, excuse me. For comparison, please refer to Genesis 18, verses 23 to 32. It's like, I think the poor people will tell the rich people, no, thank you. We don't. There's a time when I used to think that these poor people we have neglected. They would say, you rich people are more needy than us. No, don't do this favor on us to help us and all this. No, thank you very much. Oh, this is so superficial. No, thank you. You stay with you. You are the servant of Allah. Will you know very well they have, some say they raped and all this. In the Quran ayats also, it's not only homosexuality. Oh my God, give them respite. I mean, this is so, it's not even childish. This is adult nonsense. Surely so here, Surah 11, ayat 75 says, surely Abraham was forbearing, tender-hearted, and oft turning to Allah. So here I gave you these ayats. Abraham was forbearing too and tender-hearted, and so was Lut. Had your Lord so willed, he would surely have made mankind one community, but as things stand, now they will not cease to differ among themselves and to follow erroneous ways. Had your Lord so willed. So if your Lord had pleased, he would have made all people a single community. But they continue to have their differences. So, Surah 11, Ayat 119. Except those on whom your Lord has mercy, for he created them to be this way. And the word of your Lord is final. I shall definitely fill hell with both jinn and men. Nothing wrong in... No, there's something wrong in this, I cannot say. Except those on whom your Lord has mercy, for he created them to be this way. So it's better to be polytheists and love each other. Surah 21, Ayat 107. And we have not sent you, O Muhammad, except as a mercy to the worlds. Surah 21, Ayat 108. Say, it is only revealed to me that your God is but one God. So will you be Muslims? So now, after this Surah 21, Ayat 107, and Surah 21, Ayat 108, all is well. Until, now here they're told to be Muslims and believe in one God. But Surah 49, Ayat 14, some of the nomadic Arabs say, we believe. Say, O Prophet, you have not believed. Now whoever is saying, say. It's all say. But say we have submitted, for faith has not yet entered your hearts. And Prophet Muhammad has to say in Surah 21, Ayat 108, I think this is Surah Anbiya, Ayat 108, say, it is only revealed to me. Yani only revealed to me? The ayat is like this. It has been only revealed to me that your God is one God, but one God. Like Abraham it was revealed to. Which prophet is this saying? No, this is Prophet Muhammad. Yes. Except as a mercy to the worlds. Say. So he says, it is only revealed to me. How can they know that the God is one? So will you be Muslims? Because it's only revealed to Prophet Muhammad at that time. That your God is one God. Huh? What a way to put it. This ayat also has error. Goodness. And so, say, it is only revealed to me that your God is one God, so will you be Muslims in submission to Him, Allah? 49, Surah 49, Ayat 14 says, some of the nomadic Arabs say, we believe. Say, O Prophet, you have not believed, but say, Qul, say, we have submitted. For faith has not yet entered your hearts. But if you obey Allah, now it's more than just one God, belief in submitting to one God's will. It's now obeying Allah and His Messenger. He will not discount anything from the reward of your deeds. Allah is truly all forgiving, most merciful. Now believers have a higher status. Footnote 1, Quran.com, Sunni Hadith. Sunni footnote. The verse makes a distinction between Islam, the declaration of accepting the faith and performing Islamic duties, such as prayers and fasting, and Iman, a higher state of Islam, which is for the moment, which means to embrace the faith wholeheartedly. This distinction is very clear in a famous narration from the Prophet, commonly known as the Hadith of Gabriel. I didn't check this. Zainab bin Josh and Zaid, they obeyed, but marriage failed in obeying Allah and His Messenger. Surah 33, ayat 36 again. Surah 33, ayat 37 again. Allah will, what? And reward for you. If you obey now Allah and His Messenger, wholeheartedly, meaning He will not discount anything from the reward of your deeds. But you see when they obeyed, Zainab bin Josh and Zaid bin Harith, the marriage fails. Hello, Muslims, where are you? And what not this thing you give them? That Allah made it easier for you to marry your adopted sons' ex-wives. Now what is this ayat? Oh, look at the fear. Look at this, Surah 8, ayat 37, harsh punishments. It is so that Allah may distinguish the wicked from the good and place the wicked, some of them, upon others, and heap them all together and put them into hell. Because you are told the polytheists were maintaining the mosques, the Masjid al-Haram, and they were, making, like, what you call it, stopping others from coming to that mosque or masjid, wherever the ayat goes. So these polytheists, they were hindering the ones, true believers in Allah, from the sacred mosque. These were the polytheists. This is all wrong. It is so that Allah may it's such lies against the polytheists. I don't think and then you hindered them and killed them. Okay, giving them time, you banished them. Heaped. Oh my God, this is so terrible. Heap them all together and put them into hell. It is those who are the losers. Such a terrible punishment, hindering others from Masjid al-Haram. Polytheists. Like what? I mean, it's like exaggerated terms against polytheists, exaggerated sayings, things, And you're told this is on haqq, bilqist, like this stands on haqq, this religion. Terrible, terrible. It's really terrible. No, I don't think the polytheists did this. Because you see, the hatred and all started with, this was this Masjid al-Haram, this ayat, which was for all people, citizens and everyone. Now you see, the believers Allah can't take these polytheists. So Allah hindered them from the mosque. How can they be maintainers when they deny Allah? God knows what. And also you see in, sorry, no copyrights infringement intended. You see in Surah Mumtahana, and Abraham broke their idols and lied to them. What is this? Okay, they expelled you and all this. My enemies. Oh, believers, do not take my enemies and yours as trusted allies, showing them affection. Okay, here, though they they drove the messenger and yourselves out of Makkah, simply for a belief in Allah and your Lord. And what are you doing? Simply because they believe in many idols and worship them, and awliyas that they go near to Allah. be taken for nearness to Allah, be taken near to Allah. Pagans out of affection for them. Okay, here at least. But look at this ayat. Where is it? Neither you. Fourth ayat of Surah Mumtahana, not Saad. You already have an excellent example in Abraham. Right? Let's read Quran word by word. In English. Indeed is there for you an example good, Hasanat, in Abraham and those with him, when they said to their people, indeed we are disassociated from you and from what you worship, from besides Allah, we have denied you and has appeared between us and between you enmity and hatred forever until you believe in Allah. So who started this enmity and hatred? Abraham and his people. Not the polytheists. Hatred, enmity. Forever. Until you believe in Allah. Alone. One. Wahda. Oh. La sharika lahu. One. Right? Or alone. Except saying that of Abraham to his father, surely I ask forgiveness for you. But not I have power for you from Allah, of course not. It's just superficial nonsense. Of anything, it is a forgiveness, we don't know. He doesn't have power about this. Anyways, he's just, wasting his time praying for forgiveness for his father. Of anything, our Lord, upon you, we put our trust, and to you we turn, and to you final return. So I've had enough now. This is enough. Okay, thank you very much. Mr. Gabel, I hope you see this and leave. Really, not waste your time lingering on this. I'm lingering because I need to time and again come here remind you all to leave a somewhat of mishmash, and it's not well put. The ayats are not well put. There's so many differences. Even in Shia Sunni commentaries, not well reasoned. Just defending the Prophet, using such reasons that, oh my God, it goes beyond, reasonable, being reasonable about it. So please don't waste your time on this. While I come and help the Muslims to leave, you don't do that. Thank you so much. God bless you all, your country, your people, your loved ones. And have a beautiful, wonderful day. Know thyself, I would say, like Socrates said.